Mission San Juan Capistrano, known as the Jewel of the Missions, is renowned throughout the world for its history, beauty, and tranquility. For over 100 years, artists have been drawn to this special place to attempt to capture an impression of the drama and magic that is the Mission San Juan Capistrano. To honor and encourage these artists, the Mission each year for almost a decade has, with the assistance of community sponsors and the California Art Club, invited some of the most talented artists in the world to participate in a competition, an event known as the Plein Air Painting Event. The event, whose title means In the Natural Light, presents an opportunity for artists to capture the unique character of one of California's treasured locations, the Mission San Juan. Over the course of 7 days, the artists paint their view of the Mission's vistas over an entire week. The public is invited and encouraged to observe, talk, and see the artists in the creative process. And at the completion of the week's activities, many of the works are available for sale. The setting is one of the most captured on canvas venues in the world and has drawn artists from around the globe to focus their time and talent in an effort to translate images observed to the canvas. Mission Administrator Jerry Miller.
Hello, I'm Jerry Miller, Administrator of Mission San Juan Capistrano, and we're hosting the California Art Club this week, which is an international painting competition sponsored by Wilmington Trust. We call this plein air competition because it's painted in front of the actual subject. It's not painted from photographs or painted in a studio, and plein air really means in plain air. For the Mission, this week of competition of professional artists is sort of a return to its roots, return to its past, because this used to be a place in the late 19th century and the early 20th century where artists would come throughout the year to paint, because this is an unusual place. Its beauty and its color and the light is very good here, and also there's the feeling that you're sort of closed in an oasis of serenity, and so we were always a place for painters to come. This is one of the most painted places in North America, and we sought to resurrect that hosting of the Mission to artists. This year we've had the Wilmington Trust be our sponsors.
In their first year as sponsor, Wilmington Trust found the plein air event worthy of support. Managing Director, Nella Webster.
I'm Nella Webster, Managing Director of the Wilmington Trust office here in Costa Mesa, and it's really a pleasure to be a part of this incredible painting experience here at the Mission San Juan. When we were approached with the opportunity to do it, it seemed to be a natural alliance because our firm has, for 99 years, been committed to not only preserving the wealth of Americans, but also preserving the cultural heritage that we've come to enjoy. And just being here in this beautiful environment with the Mission, with its rich history, it was a natural partnership to try and align with a nearly 100-year-old institution such as the California Art Club.
California Art Club President, Peter Adams.
My name is Peter Adams, President of the California Art Club. I'm from Pasadena, California, and we're at Mission San Juan Capistrano today. The California Art Club was founded in 1909. The club was a powerhouse in the teens, 20s, and actually 30s, and then it kind of went out of vogue and almost died. Now we have over almost 3,500 members. Well, the setting here is wonderful. It's conducive for good painting because painting has been going on here for over 100 years. There's a quietude and sanctitude of being on the mission grounds, which kind of slows the pace down, which is more meditative, more like how most people paint.
Of all the artists who are painting here, you see many different styles. One of the great points of interest is to watch several people painting the same subject, but to render it in different styles and actually have different paintings. They're doing it in the impressionist mode, that is to say the attention is primarily on color and light, which is in abundance here in this old mission.
This year I think it's been wonderful for the artists. The camaraderie has been closer than I think it ever has been. You know, we're all artists and we're off painting by ourselves in our own studios or out in the field, and it's rare that we get together with like-minded people doing the same thing, and here we get to do that.
Artist Brian Blood.
My name is Brian Blood, and I'm a California artist living and working in Monterey. Many paintings that I've seen of the mission, and it inspires me to want to come here to try to capture some of that excitement that earlier artists have been able to achieve. And I think I did pretty well, and I'll be back next year.
Artist Douglas Morgan.
My name is Douglas Morgan. I'm down here from San Francisco. This is the second year I've been doing this, and I enjoy the camaraderie of fellow artists. Plus, there's so many great things to paint. There's archways, beautiful flowers. What grounds? I mean, if you wanted to paint gardens, this is the place to do it. There's backlighting. As the sun goes down, you get fountains that the edge is lit up. There's 1,000 vignettes here that are worth painting. I mean, it's just a great place to paint.
The artists were free to see the mission in all its forms and to paint from first light into the late evening hours.
It's kind of a unique experience seeing the mission by night. Those beautiful blue-violet skies and sort of the golden lights framing the mission. That was kind of a unique experience. It was very exciting. No, you never tire of it.
The Mission San Juan is home to the Serra Chapel, California's oldest building, and the spiritual center of the mission for more than 200 years. Capturing the subtle light and historic drama of the chapel at night gives the artist an opportunity to create a view of the mission grounds that is seldom seen. Artist Lynn Gertenbach.
Hi, I'm Lynn Gertenbach, and I'm from Calabasas, California, and this is my 7th year. I love it, and every time I come, there's always new things to paint. To me, I think painting here is a very spiritual experience because the sound of the bells and the hymns that they play from time to time, and the history that took place, it's very moving to be here and to listen to the bells and see the visual beauty of it. Well, I was very fortunate the first year in 1995 to take the top award. It was the biggest thrill of my life. It's so nice here that you can't ask for a better outdoor studio. I think the most thrilling thing about being here with other artists is discovering new friends and seeing how other people see the same thing that you're looking at. And it's just a total marvelous thing to me. You would think that the public would tire seeing Capistrano Mission paintings, but they don't seem to, because they're seeing our own personal views, and they're each different.
Event Director, Jenny O'Farrell.
Coming to experience the artists while they're here at the mission for this week in August is incredibly special. The public gets to view watching them create something from scratch. And some of the artists will pick up something right from the beginning and then they'll come back to it later on. And watching them create that is incredibly special to the spectators. And then of course watching who wins the award on the Saturday is very special as well, because they become so involved in the artist and they hope that they really win. So they're they're actually pulling for that particular artist who they enjoy so much. We have art here at the Mission, which from a century ago, which we get so involved in, we love looking at as part of our collection. And it's almost like I can imagine how they were a generation ago painting the Mission, and now we have the same thing. We have these artists painting the Mission, and another generation will be here to enjoy what they have created. Even though there's 100 artists here, they find a spot that's special to them, and they get to create something that's historic and that's going to be meaningful for generations to come. We have great sponsors, and they make sure that we have enough so that we can treat our artists really well, so they will return every year. And they're just here to create, and that's what the most important thing is, creating something that'll last forever. For me personally, it's very special. I get to know so many of the artists really well, and they return every year, and it becomes like a family reunion.
The Mission is at its best when it hosts an event in the central courtyard. On Friday, the Plein Gala reception gives artists and patrons an opportunity to share the passion for art and to view the assembled works of the competition. Refreshments worthy of this vintage setting add a touch of old California and a selection of food that was truly an art unto itself. On Saturday, the Mission plays host to the public showing of the artists' efforts for the week. The frames hold unique visions, and the Mission's courtyard becomes a gallery. The Plein Air Awards highlight the week's efforts and give recognition to the paintings submitted for judging. As a sponsor of the Plein Air painting event, Wilmington Trust offered several cash awards to the participating artist and recognition to the work submitted for judging.
We always look forward to this. It's different every year, different for us, it's different for the artist. As an art lover myself, this is a week when I don't get much work done because I'm out here watching the painters create these beautiful renditions of the flowers and the Mission. And
I never tire of coming here. It's a beautiful place, enchanting.
Preservation is important, and if we as corporate citizens don't take the time to invest in it, both of our time and of our dollars, we're going to lose something that is absolutely priceless and a real American treasure.
The creative process of art and artist is nourished by supportive sponsors and by those who appreciate beauty captured on canvas. Both patron and artist have a special place in the jewel of the Missions, where they may see history captured in the natural light.